Tēnā rā tātou katoa. Today is Tuesday the 25th of October 2025, and today the first item of business is the swearing in of a new MP. Her name is Soraya Peke Mason. She will do her maiden speech later on in the day at 5:45, but her appointment comes about following the resignation of the Right Honourable Trevor Mallard, who gave his valedictory speech last Thursday. Following the swearing in, we will have 12 oral questions to ministers today, and I've chosen two to highlight. The first one is actually question number 9 in the name of Simon Court, and his question is to the Minister of Local Government and asks, what is the intent behind Clause 141 of the Water Services Entities Bill, and do Te Mana o Te Wai statements grant mana whenua rights beyond those of other groups to influence the activity of water services entities under her Three Waters reform? I'm also interested in question number 11 from Erica Stanford, and her question is to the Associate Minister of Education, School Operations, and asks, what percentage of students achieved each assessment of the 2022 NCEA Literacy and Numeracy pilot, and can she explain why the results were lower than last year's assessment? Following questions, we will have first up is the continued third reading of the Honourable David Parker's Fisheries Amendment Bill, which proposes a fisheries management system that will change how New Zealand's marine ecosystems are managed, and by encouraging sustainable fishing practices. Following that, we will have the continued committee stage of the Honourable Michael Wood's Fair Pay Agreements Bill. I think we're up to part 5 of a 13-part bill, and this proposes a collective bargaining framework for minimum employment terms across industries or occupations. Following that is the third reading of the Honourable David Parker's Hazardous Substances and New Organisms Hazardous Substance Assessments Amendment Bill, and this bill enables the Environmental Protection Agency to improve processes for the assessment and reassessment of hazardous substances, and use reviews from comparable international regulators without having to undertake a full investigation themselves. And following that, the government orders are all second readings. First up is the Honourable Willie Jackson's Māori Purposes Bill, which proposes to make amendments to Māori development legislation that aims to provide Māori entities with greater autonomy and seeks to reduce administrative compliance. And also a second reading in the name of the Honourable Calvin Davis's Oranga Tamariki Amendment Bill, which will partially repeal the subsequent child provisions, repeal a redundant information sharing provision, and amend technical errors and ambiguities in the Oranga Tamariki Act 1989. And then we will have the Honourable Damien O'Connor's Organic Products Bill, and this bill seeks to increase consumer confidence in purchasing organic products, ensure certainty that organic products are organic, and facilitate international trade in organic products. And then the Honourable Michael Wood's Civil Aviation Bill, which will replace Civil Aviation Act 1990 and the Airport Authorities Act 1966 with a single modern statute that will provide a platform for safety, security and economic regulation of civil aviation now and well into the future. And lastly, the Honourable Opital William Seals Statutes Amendment Bill is an omnibus bill that makes amendments to a number of acts. The House will suspend this evening until 9 a.m. tomorrow for an extended sitting, hence the reason why we have so many bills on the order paper, and the extended sitting will resume where government business concluded at 10 p.m. tonight. Nō reira, tēnā rā tātou katoa.